What's up, Royalty Hunger ID? This is Welcome to the Rawrdzone. Before we get into our Rawrdzone mix and our interview with that Hubb Life himself, you can find us everywhere at www.rawrzonenyc.com. You can also catch us at our home of Elegant Sound Radio, Tuesdays 8 p.m. live in the Live 365 app or on our website, www.rawrzonenyc.com. You could also catch us on Pulso 82.3 FM, Wednesdays 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are powered by Bold and Luscious Cosmetics. Shop Bold with Rawrdzone. Use the code RZ15 off and have yourself a neon summer. We're also powered by Just Blaze Organic. Join the high life, get high, stay fly with Just Blaze Organic. We are en route to our $10,000 give back for Sean. Please, guys, click the link in the bio to donate. You can catch us on What's SmackDown on SmackDown, courtesy of Ramblemania on the Ramblemania Network. We are on the road to the Fresh Start concert, 505,000. Hit up Tighten Up Rap for tickets. July 28th, Elegant Sound Radio will be in the motherfucking building. Let's get it. Without further ado, we're going to get into our Rawrdzone mix, and we're going to have that Mr. Hubb Life in the building. It was really dope to talk about mental health and the importance behind it, and how music not only helped him, but he's doing major things for the city of Newark. So without further ado, we will get into this Rawrdzone mix. This is Welcome to the Rawrdzone.
I said, see no evil, hear no evil. No, I can't compare to people. Take a needle, heroin, try a shot, I swear it's lethal. You'll be throwing up, meanly, dozing off. Wake him up, hurry up, tell him that he owe the boss. And he know the course, mob night, holocaust, mob life, flower toss, hard white, throw us off. Gucci kicks, dress pants, knitted sweater, yes friends, just plans. Wanna fight, here I am, let's dance. Do-si-do, you looking like a lovely hoe. 1, 2, bloody nose, drip down on his ugly clothes. Got what you wanted, I make it stick. Ain't gotta be handicapped, man. Make a wish, what you want? Laker ticks, ski slopes, major trips, razor to your neck. Disrespect, I lay it stiff.
Semi-automatic on the pub, throwback jacket with the patches on the rug. Classic, you couldn't match us if you want. We getting money over here, you better jump, jump, jump. Semi-automatic on the pub, throwback jacket with the patches on the front. Classic, you couldn't match us if you want. We getting money over here, jump, jump,
fuck all the glamours and glitz. I plan to get rich, forever reppin' Harlem World, and I'ma stand on that shit. You ain't a shooter, you don't even got a plan for a hit. I heard your song and it was trash, you put your man on that shit. Stop it, even with the rocket couldn't land on my shit. Hand on my grip, the only time I hand on my hit. Money making Mitch, I ever get my hands on a brick. I'ma have the city fiending like Zannies and Pip. Uptown, Sugar Hill, yeah, that's 1/4. From 151, we'll leave you bayless like Skip. I ain't never had a problem with bagging a chip. Ever since T-Town when I was bagging the chips. Ain't just this rap shit that I'm immaculate with. I mastered everything, now I'm back cracking the whip. I got it lined up like I'm putting crack on the strip. Cause I'll be damned if I'm working for these crackers after this shit.
Semi-automatic on the pub, throwback jacket with the patches on the rug. Classic, you couldn't match us if you want. We getting money over here, you better jump, jump, jump. Semi-automatic on the pub, throwback jacket with the patches on the front. Classic, you couldn't match us if you want. We getting money over here, don't get jump, jump, jump.
Computers puting, calculating cash. Attitude like Dane, make a lane dash. I spit it like I hate it, but I make it fast. Multiple sources with the bosses, I was made to last. Big pot, so much stock, I can make it crash. Big shot for the clock, gotta make the pass. Big thought, you can spot, way she make them gas. Big drop, if it knock, shorty shake your ass. We get it poppin' on the avenue. Shots fly, never mad at who you mad at to. And I'm still living, show gratitude. Real nigga, I'm the one they gave the patent to. We talking top 3, the list I'm added to. Everybody gets warned, ain't no chapter 2. Try and stop me, I can't imagine who. Oh boy, you'll be the boy it all happens to. Bird, semi-automatic on the pump. Throwback jacket with the patches on the front. Classic, you couldn't match us if you want. We getting money over here, you better jump, jump, jump. Semi-automatic on the pump. Throwback jacket with the patches on the front. Classic, you couldn't match us if you want. We getting money over here, don't get jump, jump, jump.
Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back? Should I fall back, fall back? Yeah, yeah.
Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back? Should I fall back, fall back? Or should I?
Never made it easy though. I know. Why you blowing my phone? Never pick up when I call. When you see me, you ignore though. Got me on my lone wolf. Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? Going through rough times though, doesn't mean do me slime. Keep hitting your line, going out of my mind. Another film don't respect it. She ain't making second guess it. But all this time we done invested. Everyone's battle tested. Do you love me through a question? Ain't no more suggestions. Get why you're so protective. Why so much aggression? Need love and affection. Need someone who pay attention. Need someone who's all in. Need someone who's all in. No, girl, just let me know. If it's someone else, if it's not me you fail. If it's not me you feel like failed. Why you build? What's your deal? Tired of being lower. Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back? Should I fall back, fall back? Yeah.
Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back? Should I fall back, fall back? Or should I?
I need you back. Come through.
Come through.
Late nights.
Late nights. I'm alright. I'm alright if I'm with you. With you, I start to lose track of time. I start to lose track of time. So much could be going on, but it's you that's on my mind. It's you that's on my mind. Something's different about you, but don't wanna be played here for a fool. Just give me what I need, and maybe we cause we be rockin', we rollin', we swaggin', we surfin', just doing what we want all day long. And when I'm not with you, baby, it might drive me crazy that you never pick up your damn phone.
Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back? Should I fall back, fall back? Yeah.
Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back? Should I fall back, fall back? Or should I?
Please leave a message after the tone.
Why try to make us
boy, but I know that I should cut you off. Yeah, it's been a while, boy, but I know I need to cut you off. Something that's been wrong, boy, is when you went to cut me off. Acting like a child, boy, so I know I need to cut you off. Yeah. Why do you love making my life so miserable? I feel it too. It's over, so we gotta make it less visible. Cutting you off won't be easy. I hate how you do this on repeat. You texting that you should come meet me. Left a journal for love on the CD. Wanna fall in love with a girl who's sweet. I'm done with you and your everyday beef. I fall for her instead of a beast. It's a pity to love, it's not discreet. Hey, just face the feet. You and I not meant to be. You disappeared in memories and Aria to kill this beat. But I know that I should cut you off. Yeah, it's been a while, boy, but I know I need to cut you off. Something that's been wrong, boy, is when you went to cut me off. Acting like a child, boy, so I know I need to cut you off. Yeah.
Hey, yo, X. Yeah. Tell these niggas I'm not the one to scrabble with. Go play Words with Friends with your mother. Go on. It's Queens by all means. By all means, it's Queens. Exile. Southside, we outside. Queens get the money. Grizzly. It's Nico, nigga. Hey. He a legend to you, but to me he a flea. I'm Robert Ory, your go ain't win as many as me. From the back blocks, nigga, where them gangsters roam. You pussy, when you was young, you took the long way home.
The wolves is out, track meet front of your house. Doing laps around the crib, put the stick in your spouse. I'm the blunt with no grabber, you don't want no smoke. Suffocating everybody, now who won't get choked?
That's your bitch, you wifed her and didn't rent her. I popped off a punchline in Applebee's dinner. Facts. She a smut, you love her and still want it back. We treat her like an Instagram picture, she getting double tap.
Double tap, shorty got handed off like a running back. Running back, show up anywhere you niggas mummy at. Rap dummy, hit the reverse, I mean you dummy rap. Pull cards, get rid of you all, I'm playing pity pat.
Money the root of evil, I'm a certified sinner. Yes. Stick up kid and you niggas is all dinner. Stuck in the hood cause karma won't let me get far. I've been robbing the poor before Brett fall.
King Kong, go ape shit, you monkey swing wrong. Exile, Nico, back and forth like ping pong. Big queens don't ever disrespect me. Bing bong, not wrong, get your bell rung. Ding dong.
No squares in my circle, nigga, that's fair warning. So act tough and end up at Jesus' house warming. A bunch of suckers that know how to spin it. Replica niggas that's claiming they authentic.
Flip side, you can meet the devil on his moving day. Move away, you gon' take an L if niggas pass the cake. Pass away, only other option if you take it there. Try me in my circle, put your body in a square.
These broke niggas talk money from lower tax brackets. I'm like Serena retired, ain't trying to hear the rap. You loyal to a snake? Well, that sucks for you. I'm Giannis of this rap shit. When I win, then my brother do. And he an excellent shooter, that'll get you ruined. All he know is body and blood like he take communion. These young niggas is lame, they always claim thoughts. She got a sucker wrapped around her finger, you a ring pop.
Go time, I'm back pushing the goal line. Move like the son of an ape, they think I'm Gohan. Moron, kick shit off, they know it's showtime. They see you but don't know your name, Bokeem Woodbine. Pain management, causing brain damage. Niggas still tripping like, what the fuck is happening? This a bar check, welcome to the bar flex. You ain't got no ID, suck up my establishment. Yeah. X, right. There's big queens in here, you know. Yeah, right. Oh, you niggas gotta rap now. You niggas gonna have to rap now. Slow down. Slow down for what?
Sometimes I feel like you gotta keep it real. funny? Could've just kept it 100. Thought you were the bee's knees, honey. If I were you, I'd stop running. I'm not the one you should've messed with. Must've mistaken me for young and stupid. Despicable creature, yeah, you over there. Karma will come for you, pull up a chair.
Check it, ain't it funny? Fake friends turn foe over money. Dummies, you can keep the change 100. How you out here selling dreams that I ain't never wanted? Fronted, so I backed up. Trip felt the fall, then I packed up. How we supposed to build if nothing ever stacks up? Dragon vibes burnt the track up. Snake charmer, blaze calmer. Ain't gotta spin the block, see the whip, call it late karma. Product of being mixed up like baking soda. My veins doper, Range Rover, I'm that Contra. Band, stay loyal to the fan. Don't ever bite the hand that feeds or you gon' starve where you stand. Could be the closest one. Serpent's mistaken for your mans. I hope you understand that.
Slithering snake, I should've known that you would've switched it up on me.
That's a fact, cause you did.
Despite all the things that others would say, I didn't believe. The lies that were told, tipped and bones, could've had me. Hey, how could you be so heartless? Slithering snake, I should've known that you would've switched it up on me.
that sensual, you want that sensual, you want that sensual, you want that sensual,
Teddy.
Girl, I'm outside with you. I'm just tryna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you. Outside with you. I just wanna vibe with you. I'm just tryna vibe. I just wanna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you. Love it how you do me, yeah, I love your vibe. Love it how you feeling when I'm on the side. I know how you hit it with them other guys. Don't block your blessings, can't know you're mine.
Playing up the grill, smoke up in the air. Blue cups, good vibes, only over here. Sitting on your lap, whisper in my ear. Look who watching us, I don't even care.
You keep coming closer while I'm on your thighs.
Hiding on my ear, tell me what you like.
Yeah, I should have run under moonlight.
We outside, yeah, we
Girl, I'm outside with you. I'm just tryna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you. Outside with you. I just wanna vibe with you. I'm just tryna vibe. I just wanna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you.
Your aura is something that I love and I can't get enough. I need more of us. Other dudes try to drain my cup while you fill me up. I'm craving your touch.
I don't wanna flirt no more. I don't wanna hurt no more. Yeah. Not someone I can't ignore. Everything you do is hardcore. Yeah.
Crazy, sexy, cool, yeah.
What you wanna do, yeah.
Be all over you, yeah.
I'm outside. Girl, I'm outside with you. I'm just tryna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you. I'm outside with you. I just wanna vibe with you. I'm just tryna vibe. I just wanna vibe with you. Girl, I'm outside with you.
Hide your sister, hide your wife, then hide your aunts, my nigga, we laying pipe. I'm in the park for the root, day and night, flying lesbians, send her home to a dive. Lights out, beat it like a mic. To turn a rap, I'ma beat it like an Ike. I'm with the king, I'm the god, we the Christ, I'm a weak. They gon' do the right thing like Spike. Dying, CHOT, name a bet on this earth you can place on me. So much ice, they can skate on me. I need a look, what you like, what you like, what you like. Tell me what you like, you know I can do you right. I don't bite, take it down, morning, noon, and night. Look, what you like, what you like, what you like. Tell me what you like, you know I can do you right. I don't bite, take it down, morning, noon, and night. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a dog, baby, get on all fours. I'm your daddy, baby, fucking is a chore. On the bed, couch, floor, or the wall, give me more. Give me more for the elegance. The rap's God, I'm heaven 5%. Look, baby, you a dime, never settling. The swag drip, drip, pimp shit, cause I rap sex, look, I sell a big. Type of dick that'll make you feel some type of way. Type of dick you can get 50 times a day. Nose in it when I taste wet face, but tequila in the bank is the only thing I chase. Dying, CHOT, name a bet on this earth you can place on me. So much ice, they can skate on me. I need a look, what you like, what you like, what you like. Tell me what you like, you know I can do you right. I don't bite, take it down, morning, noon, and night. What you like, what you like, what you like. Tell me what you like, you know I can do you right. I don't bite, take it down, morning, noon, and night. What you like, what you like, what you like. I don't bite. What you like, what you like, what you like. You know I can do you right. What you like, what you like, what you like. I don't bite. What you like, what you like, what you like. You know I can do you right. What you like, what you like, what you like. Tell me what you like, you know I can do you right. I don't bite. Take it down, morning, noon, and night. What you like, what you like, what you like. Tell me what you like, you know I can do you right. I don't bite. Take it down, morning, noon, and night. What you like, what you like, what you like. Tell me what you like, you know I can do you right. I don't bite. Take it down, morning, noon, and night. What you like, what you like, what you like. Tell me what you like, you know I can do you right. I don't bite. Take it down, morning, noon, and night.
We can get crazy now. You gon' go crazy now. You gon' go tight. Did that sling it'll make you go crazy now. Go crazy. Go crazy. Did that sling it'll make you go crazy now. I just wanna make you go crazy, yeah. Deep up in it, you could be my baby, yeah. All up on your body, you find a card, your game got me solid. Talking about team and time, just wanna make you mine. If I see you, then won't you leave? I know I be teasing, oh yeah. I chill drunk, you got me feeling twisted. You can only take it. I can go easy, sometimes slow. Let me do what I want, come get yours. Open your eyes right there and then you'll realize we'll never end. I'm just trying to see you bend and you can't bend. Get crazy now. You gon' go crazy now. You gon' go tight. Did that me sling it'll make you go crazy now. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Did that me sling it'll make you go crazy now.
I ain't got no problem getting nasty. You taste it, wavy, cake like a bakery. I saw all of your curves in HD. A switch from my Xbox. Shorty shoulda never tried play me. Mr. Waist Trainer, I be all up in your gut. My melanated queen, Sunday chocolate deluxe. Body and finger painting, I ain't worried about the brush. The way that your hips swinging is a must. I just wanna touch. Yeah, I got a crush. I'm feeling like a 50-cent soda trying bust. Looking like I'm feeding for your body out of lust. Baby, I'm a squirrel and it's your world, girl. I need a nut. I can keep a secret. We connect like the Wi-Fi, plus we look decent. I ain't gotta try to explain, I'm in your head. Just imagine what we do in the moment I'm in your bed.
Let's go. We can get crazy now. You gon' go crazy now. You gon' go tight. Did that me sling it'll make you go crazy now. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Did that me sling it'll make you go crazy now.
questions and dropping lines. Talking about what you're gonna do when you get into this state of mind. What you gonna do, yeah. And I've been hearing what you're saying, and I believe that you ain't playing. But now it's time and you're acting shy. Hold on, let me take the lead, baby. I'ma give you a good ride. I ain't your average type of chick. I take it like I give it hard, and I can go all night long. Yes, I can. Take this pussy like a man. Let me give it to you like you never had. So wet, let me make a mess. Take this pussy like a champ. Stop screaming like a bitch. I ain't even really get started yet. I wanna take my time and lick, suck, and lick. Now give me that 12-inch, baby. You know I can take all of it. I can enjoy how good this feels. Yes, it's real. So real, so real. I ain't your average type of bitch. I take it like I give it hard, and I can go all night long. Yes, I can. So take this pussy like a man. Let me give it to you like you never had. So wet, let me make a mess. Take this pussy like a man. Let me give it to you like you never had. So wet, let me make a mess. Take this pussy like a champ. Don't that feel good, baby? Take this pussy like a man. Let me give it to you like you never had. So wet, let me make a mess. Take this pussy like a man. Let me give it to you like you never had. So wet, let me make a mess. Take this pussy like a champ.
TRB, Toner on money. We about to have a party. Spend a little money. I came to party. Get my boogie on like back in the day. I came to party. Spend a little money, lady. Oh, I came to party. Get my boogie on like back in the day. I came to party, baby. Spend a little money. Spend it all on you, babe. I text my homies, what we doing tonight? We popping bottles, we gon' party all night. Let's go. I'ma get my boogie on like back in the day. Spend a little money, I just got paid today. Make it rain, baby. Bought me a new fit with the shoes to match. Stepping out. I came to party, ain't no time to relax. No sleep. Having a good time and I'm feeling great. Yes, sir. If it's your birthday, throw your hands up and say, I came to party. Get my boogie on like back in the day. I came to party. Spend a little money, lady. Oh, I came to party. Get my boogie on like back in the day. I came to party, baby.
this beat, it makes me wanna get up out my seat, run to the dance floor and then groove out to this beat. Finna get my party on, I've been working hard all week. I'ma have a good time and I'ma enjoy the rest of this week. This time I'm doing what's best for me, yeah. Rockin' and rollin', rockin' and rollin'. Spend a little money, buy me some new dances, you have to delay. Rockin' and rollin', spend a little money. Came on to dance with you, yeah. Lady, oh, I get your body and spend a little money.
Like the man when I walk through. Don't care if they know who I am, I'm a fan of myself. I'm the man you could tell by the smile on the faces of biddies I talk to. Fly guy, fresh Prince of Ella. I came in the spot, all black, backpack full of loud. Rather tell about the smell, you could tell by the smile on my face and the red eyes. Take a minute, listen for a second. Pep in my step, cause I never come in second. Never stressing in the club, two-stepping. Got a bottle in my hand and my lady right next to me. Standing on couch is my hobby. In the club or the hotel lobby. Breaking no rules like there's nothing to lose. Out there, one of you two try and stop me. She did the digital dash. Saw us online and she followed us. So we had bottles, she just won a model. We won maybe two for the cameras. I had a digital lapse. Gave her my number and all of that. Told her to hit me, but knowing there's really no chance of me calling back. Not a player, but I crush enough to get in trouble. Biddies know I'm Mr. Right now. I'm in town for the night. On my worst behavior, trying to get a little crazy. What's the point of being subtle? Shot after shot like I'm Curry when I pull up. 3 to the head in a hurry when I pulled up. Step back, crossed over, then I put up. My hands to the sky, look around. Let's get right for the night. Let's get right for the night. My hands to the sky, look around. Let's get right for the night. Came into the club to grab a drink and do my two-step. Came into the club to grab a drink and do my Came into the club to grab a drink and do my two-step. Came into the club to grab a drink and do my I'm a star and you can't tell me different. I feel like that dude when I get in that mood. I don't know what to do, how to move. I be acting a fool with some drinks in the system. Women treat, go weather the recipe. Parties on hills, some hills for her next to me. She got a friend, they both wanna mess with me. Only in time for the night, so it was meant to be. I had a dream, woke up after chasing money, power, respect. I'm impatiently waiting for my time to shine. I'm gonna make it regardless of whether it's given or taken. 6 cents got me bugging, seeing dead people. Pockets full of legends, missed text from the mistress. Got my drink on, now I'm about to get in trouble. Shot after shot, keep me mellow when I pull up. 3 to the head like I'm mellow when I pulled up. Hesitated for a second, then I put up my hands in the sky and all around. Let's get right for the night. Let's get right for the night. My hands to the sky and all around. Let's get right for the night. Came into the club to grab a drink and do my two-step. Came into the club to grab a drink and do my Came into the club to grab a drink and do my two-step. Came into the club to grab a drink and do my Came into the club to grab a drink and do my two-step. Came into the club to grab a drink and do my two-step.
What's up, world? Happy Rawrrzone Day. We are here. Welcome to the Rawrrzone after our road to the give back. We would love to thank everyone for their contributions, from the artists to our team, our sponsors, Pulso 82.3 FM, and our vendors, Beauty in the Bud. We thank you guys so much for being there for us. Sarcoma, it is now Sarcoma Awareness Month, and we are still advocating for the Sarcoma Foundation of America. Sean Sigid passed away 6 years ago from intimal sarcoma in the heart and lungs, and we are looking to raise $10,000 hopefully by the end of 2023. We are at our 4,000 mark, so please click the link in our bio. Please donate. You can find us everywhere though at www.rawrzoneny.com. You could catch us on Pulso 82.3 FM Wednesdays 8 a.m. You can also catch us Tuesday nights on the Live 365 app, as well as our website, to the home of Elgin Sound Radio. You could also catch us on our website, as well as What's SmackDown on SmackDown, courtesy of Ramblemania. We get the good, the bad, the ugly of anything WWE, AEW, and anything in the world of wrestling. Whew. We are powered by Bold and Luscious Cosmetics. It is the neon summer, ladies. Get that Hydra Liner. Use that code RZ15 off and hit the streets this summer. My 420 heads, I know for a fact the air quality is bad, and I'm so sorry for that. Pop that AC on, or get that central cooling, whatever you like. Roll up that spliff using that Just Blaze Organic, right? And just have the time of your life. And tell Just Blaze that KDK referred you. That's how you know how hot it is. I'm literally sweating shit over here. Whew. So now back to the meat and bones of why we're here, right, guys? Because StreamYard, on its anticlimactic F-ups, it's doing its thing again. So I don't know why they want me to pay for more money for more storage. I swear it blows mine. But shout out to Q the Question for introducing today's guest to us. As someone that advocates and is pro mental health, it's very hard to weed through the people that actually talk about it and actually help the next generation get through it, because it's not only just about our trauma, but trauma passes through us to the next generation, the same way it did with our families, you know, especially those that have families who immigrated from other countries, who have a different way of life, that are so different than what we can comprehend right now. As per his website, trauma is the experience of severe psychological distress following any terrible or life-threatening event. Those who have suffered from trauma are often overtaken by a sudden onset of emotions and unfamiliar stress levels. When said victims are left isolated from the viable resources necessary to develop healthy coping mechanisms, it increases the probability of violent expression. The city of Newark is in the bottom 15 percentile of the safest cities in the United States, despite its steady decline in violent crimes over the last decade. While the offenses are being tarred, the insurmountable damage continues to linger among those who suffer due to senseless violence. Whether directly and indirectly, studies show that prolonged exposure to violence in any capacity can have effects on one's physical, mental, and even behavioral development and expression. Unfortunately, the effects of a single violent event can matriculate through multiple generations if left untreated. Offering continuous community service for more than a decade, the SP Youth Outcry Foundation has become a beacon of light in the city of Newark, displaying a full commitment to its residents through diverse and effective programming. In 2013, SP Youth Outcry launched the Hubb HUBB, Help Us Become Better Arts and Trauma Center, expanding its campaign and three-pronged approach in brick-and-mortar space that has become intentionally designed to entertain, educate, and empower to combat traumatic impact of violence that continues to plague our communities. So I'm going to show a video that gives you an example of what they do. It is very inspiring to witness this. I work in a school with kids. I talk about it all the time. The community center in a high school. So we have kids that are in 4th grade, but then we have kids that are in 12th grade and they're feeling lost. And, you know, it's good to see that we're providing that next generation the tools they need to succeed the way that we couldn't get that. So please hold.
They trying to help us become better. I always wanted to have my own business.
Business right now, LLC, you know what I'm saying?
Got my LLC, my own business. I'm a young black boss. I felt crazy because I was the first person to do it.
Gave me a hug. Next thing you know, threw paperwork on the table. I'm like, that look like a new business form.
Had a little conversation. He found out about the LLC.
The Hubb helped me start Rights Consultant LLC. We give youth a safe and judgment-free environment for youth just to be themselves.
He went out and seeked the help and advice. he got it done.
I was all excited.
I just felt like a little bit more complete, like I accomplished one of my goals to get me farther in life.
I'm even more excited because we all played a part in doing exactly what we came out and set to do, man. But this is a huge win, you know what I mean? Not only for ourselves with the Hub, but for the culture of Newark youth.
So without further ado, I would love to introduce to you the man, the myth, the legend, coming out of Newark, New Jersey, Mr. Hubb!
Hey, peace and blessings. How are you?
I'm good. Now that this thing is actually working, smooth sailing.
Yes. No worries. They can't stop us.
They can't. We go on this crusade at least twice a week with StreamYard.
Gotcha.
So, thank you so much for being here. We start every show off talking about how we're feeling, a highlight of our day, and a low part.
High part, low part. I guess, I'm dealing with, some stuff with my mom right now. My mom's not well right now, and we have to make some decisions. So that's a low part. But the high part is that I got to breathe air again to get up to be able to help her and inspire her to keep on pushing. So, that feels good about, today, knowing that I can still get up and inspire people to do better, especially my mom.
Speaking of your mom, and where did this all start for you? This mindset?
My mother, when I was 5 years old, instilled in us, perceive it, believe it, you can achieve it. And, it's been a mindset of mine since she, put that in us. And it helps to have the last name Best. I was always striving to be the best version of myself, not trying to compete with others, but being the best version of myself. So it helps to having a great foundation. My mom, single mom, but she was a strong Black woman. She is a strong Black woman that inspired so much into me and was a mother of the community and worked for Newark Housing Authority. So, so many people loved her. And throughout the years, I just watched her give back to the community and watched her, just give of herself unselfishly. And it just poured into me to do the things that I'm doing right now.
What does it mean to be a certified victim advocate?
I mean, just to be able to understand, what victims are going through, the trauma and stuff, because for so many years growing up in the city of Newark, I went through so many things in my life that I didn't identify with trauma until about maybe 8 years ago. And, now realizing why I made a lot of the bad decisions throughout my life, it's like, oh, that was trauma. Oh, that was trauma. Oh, wow, that's trauma. And it affected me in this type of way. So I wanted to really create a safe space, a safe haven for the young people not to get as old as I am and not realize the trauma and make the bad decisions. So I want to really impart that wisdom into them early so that they can make better decisions and not maladaptive ways of coping.
So being that we both recognize this, right? Because I recently had went through certain situations, and after evaluating, a lot of things were explained to me, and a lot of things were due to trauma, right? I grew up in the early 90s, where, and you could agree to some extent, where the topic of mental health was barely to be seen.
Absolutely.
How do you feel we've gotten better of explaining these issues? Because when you realize that everything you did and it was due to mental health and it was due to trauma, and you're sitting here like, but did it really make up for it? Did that really give what we did an excuse? Have we gotten better, helping people manage that too?
I think it's a work in progress. Like, it's definitely getting better because now a lot more people are talking about it, right? And expressing it. And what I do here at the Hub is utilize the arts as a way of, getting, our young people in a safe space where they feel comfortable enough to be able to talk about some of the pain that they've been through. Not that a lot of them don't even understand, like I didn't understand what trauma was. But if you break it down into a way with them to being very descriptive of, what did that pain look like to you and how did it make you feel? And it is okay to not be okay, but you can't stay stuck there. You start to, have that open dialogue with, what's going on in their world and start peeling back the levels or the layers of what happened in their life. And then you start to really get a real conversation of, oh, would a light come on and say, oh, that was trauma? Yes, that's trauma, right? It affected you in a way that changed the way that you thought, the way that you move, and all that other good stuff. So not good stuff, but so many of us grow up with not wanting to be nobody's victim ever again. So we clam up and don't want to trust and stuff like that. So our job now is to really be able to open up the doors and let people know that it's okay to not be okay, but you can't stay stuck there. And a lot of it is about talking about it, identifying it, calling it what it is, so it doesn't have the power over you that it once had.
How has helping these people helped yourself through this?
I mean, there's a saying, and I'm pretty sure you heard this: hurt people, right? Mm-hmm. But I'll stop people when they say that, because hurt people, but healed people and healing people can heal people, right? So I'm still healing. I'm still dealing with some of the stuff that, I suffered when I was a child, but I'm able to help other people. So it stands true to my form where I say healed people and healing people can heal people. So that really helps me to be able to help somebody else, because now I have a better understanding of what it is and what they may be going through. Again, everybody heals in a different way. It's an individual journey, but at least you can be able to help them in the process to identify it and figure out what type of ways that you can help them to navigate through their trauma.
So with the launch of your trauma recovery center, how have you been able to help or double what you originally had started through your journey?
I think the trauma recovery center, we're still waiting for the grand opening, but I think it's going to be very intentional with more extensive work, because here on the arts and trauma side is more of the artsy stuff. We utilize that to be able to get them in a safe space. But then when we realize that, oh, it's something beyond my control. Yes, I'm a certified victim advocate, but I'm not a licensed clinical social worker, right? So on that side with the trauma recovery center, you're going to have all those different modalities of helping them heal and understanding that this is an individual journey. There's no cookie cutter way for someone to heal, because your pain is different from my pain. My pain is going to be different from the next person's pain, and how you move and maneuver through that is going to be, how you're able to open up. And we have professionals on that side that are very, very skilled and that's more intensive work, where it's a focus on the healing part. Over here, it's more about opening up to be able to have the idea of something happened. Something may have happened, even if it didn't. What happened to you in a way that makes you think or do the things that you do? Because most of the young people that I get are the ones that Newark Police Department or Newark Public Schools kind of wash their hands of and say, I can't handle it, because they're making some bad decisions. So it's a challenge for me to be able to take them on and show them a different side.
And you're going to be doing that using art therapy. And for many, that's such a foreign topic, because when you think of therapy, you think of sitting on a couch.
Right.
Talking to
That's why we want to change that. We want to change that whole idea. We've been changing it because of the fact that, arts get you comfortable in a way. Like, of course, our main one is the music. So literally utilizing music to calm them down, figure out what they want to do, letting them go in the booth, letting them create music. And why did you choose that horn? Why did you say that verse? What made you do that lyric? So our therapeutic art mentors are trauma informed trained as well. So now they're consciously working with them to show them the production, the music part of it, the artistry part of it. But in the midst of that, they're asking them questions. They're asking them leading questions to find out what's going on. And then my therapeutic art mentors work with the social workers so that we can create a plan on helping the young person. But if they don't identify with it in the first place, if they don't trust you, they're not opening up. So we use the arts as a different way of being able to get them to be comfortable and be vulnerable in the space. It's not always the music, videography, photography, cosmetology, culinary arts, all of those things we've been able to use to get the young people in a comfortable environment to be vulnerable enough to talk about what's going on with them.
What has been the hardest part of this journey so far?
I laugh because when I get asked that, my brain automatically thinks about Harriet Tubman and like how many more slaves she could have saved if they first recognized that they were slaves, right? I identified that I was a slave.
Okay.
No, you got to identify with it first in order to be able to get to healing. Because as long as I run away from it, you're never going to get the healing. And I'm a victim of that. For so long, I didn't want to call it what it was, right? You'd be surprised at some of the stuff that I survived. And I just was like, oh, I'm good. I can make it. I'm strong. I'm from Newark, Brick City, strong, blah, all that stuff. But I was making bad decisions, not knowing that it was because of me never dealing with that trauma.
Sorry, I got tongue tied for a minute. It was right there. My apologies. Do you think that? And I talk to a lot of people about this because, or I ask this question because I always get different opinions of it. About a couple of months ago, I interviewed Rayal Andrews from General Hospital. He is a mental health advocate as well as a bipolar advocate. So he talks about how there's never really telltale signs to that person, but there's still certain behaviors you would recognize. What are some behaviors you would want to look out for someone that's going through a traumatic episode?
Well, first, just learning the person, and watching the change in behavior, right? So if they're used to coming in, happy-go-lucky, and then something's, they're coming in and not want to talk, staying in their own lane, then, 9 times out of 10, something has happened. Or, somebody that just doesn't talk, period, right? Or closed in, so those are signs that something may be going on. And when you're trauma-informed trained, you're taught to put on a lens that something may have happened, even if it didn't. So you treat the person as such. Never judge, right? Never judge that. Well, this person is that person, and this person is that, because you never know what's going on inside somebody's mind and what's going on. So, I mean, it's a challenge, but everybody can't do this work, but I think it's something that everybody should be trained on.
And what type of training you would try to suggest for those who are, because I work with kids, right? And no matter how much training they give us as far as mental health, because they're not licensed,
right?
We're licensed to be child care providers, et cetera, but when they go this further as, okay, little Susie got ADHD and her drawing's not the right way. There's not enough local resources that we can find to help these kids and these adults. I see here you've also worked with the Newark community and Senator Cory Booker in different community initiatives to help with that.
Right.
Do you try, on top of the healing, and you have the Day of Healing, Citywide Healthy Olympics, Trunk or Treat, and the Christmas holiday give back, would you want to put more resources for people or schools to help deal with those kids?
Absolutely. To me, it's always about collaboration and relationships. I mean, we're part of a ecosystem right now that the Mayor Ras Baraka has put together. You know, so many of us was working in silos, right? You know, thinking that, you know, we can be the answer. We're the answer by ourselves. But the reality of it is, as much as I do, I can't do it all by myself, right? So we're part of this ecosystem that all of us, you do this, you do this, you do this, and we all come together and figure out how do we help our children, our youth, because they're our future, and their brains are so vital right now to be able to train. So the schools are part of it, the police departments are part of it, the hospitals are part of it, you know. And I know you asked the question earlier, but I really believe that everybody should be trauma-informed trained, right? It's a simple training, and really it's just putting on a lens, right? Putting on a lens that something may have happened. If you approach somebody with thinking that something may have happened because they're acting the way that they're acting, 9 times out of 10 it has happened. But if you're judging them first that you're just acting up, right? Why are you acting up? Instead of something may have happened at home. So having that question with them, having that sit down with them to try to figure out what's going on, the results will be better, and they'll open up to you because of the fact that they'll be gain a trust in you to be able to talk about what went down instead of you judging them.
What are we lacking right now outside of these resources?
I mean, for one, it's always funding, you know, because of the fact that, and funding and understanding, because if more people understood it, then there would be more funding, right? You know, I don't want to get all political, but there's a system that was built to put us down, right? And to keep us down. So the more people that understand it, and that's why things are starting to change now, because more people are talking about the mental health and trauma and what that looks like. If you notice, like, I think it was maybe 4 years ago when Oprah started talking about trauma, it's like, oh, it's the big thing now, but trauma has been happening, right? But because someone big like Oprah started talking about it, it opened up the doors to say, oh, aha, maybe that, right? So we need more people to have that conversation. We need more resources to be able to put forth that and fight the battles that be, the powers that be that don't want us to understand that something has been keeping us down, or why it's been keeping us down.
Is it Oprah or was it COVID-19? Because I feel like the moment we all got locked up in our rooms.
No, that was definitely a big eye opener, because everything was exacerbated then, because, you know, so many victims were locked in with their abusers, right? So there was no outlet, right? So now everything is triple fold because you can't get away. And people started to really realize, like, damn, I don't really like this person, or I'm locked with this person, and this is not who I thought this person was. Like, so many different situations came out of COVID. It's ridiculous. You know, God rest the, you know, God bless the souls that we've lost, but so many souls have been lost throughout COVID. But so many revelations have came out of it also. Now, of course, social media and using Zoom and all those things to be able to do interactive work has come out of that. But the reality of it is now we can have conversations on different levels and different platforms. But if trauma didn't happen, I don't want to take anything away from Oprah, because I don't think she was the end all anything. But because of her stature, just mentioning trauma and drawing people back to that started a big conversation around the world. Of course, COVID just really kind of exposed it to the next level. It kind of kicked the door down.
With all of this, and I think you're going to like my segue, you're making a legacy for yourself and your family, right?
Absolutely.
Before we get into the track, what does the meaning of legacy mean? Like, what does legacy mean to you?
Well, I think what we wanted to do was really show anybody that has ever lost anybody that, you know, their legacy lives on, right? You know, most of the times when we think about legacy, we think about the celebrity superstars that we can't touch, right? Well, or we'll probably never in life get to touch, like I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan, right? And, you know, I met him one time, but it was like, whoa, you know, like this superstardom. But then I thought about my brother just passed 2 years ago, and he was my world, right? Memories on repeat. We sit back and we think about how I'm different because of my brother being there as a protector for me all my life. So he left a legacy. So we wanted to play on, yes, the celebrities are legacies too, legends too, but how do we build these legacies and making your life stand for something? And the song just kind of visually portrayed it in a masterpiece, masterful way, I think.
So how about you introduce it for us?
Please, 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 y'all. Welcome, Legacy, featuring Penelope, Mr. Hubb and Penelope. I think you guys are going to love this. It's a song about everybody has lost somebody and keeping the memories on repeat and keeping them alive. Legacy, here we go.
Life can be all good until it isn't. People touch our lives for reasons and seasons. When you lose someone that matters to you, it can even leave you hurting, depressed, and in mourning. Those are the stages of grief. It's unfortunate to lose anyone you love. However, some will say that we will gain an angel. What's important for us all to remember is that they leave behind their memories for us to cherish and their legacies.
Two questions I want to ask. What does legacy mean to you? And how do I say goodbye? I don't know. Still searching.
Memories are on repeat daily. Remembering the legacy in my head. Memories are on repeat daily. Remembering the legacy, yeah. Remembering old times. Listening to old rhymes. When you said that you were hungry, I'm not knocking, I'm coming. And I've come to eat. You saw me cry standing on my feet. The only way from here is up. DMX past so many of us. We're not okay. Trust people to be just who they show themselves to be. Play this on repeat. Remembering the legacy. Memories are on repeat daily. Remembering the legacy in my head. Memories are on repeat daily. Remembering the legacy.
If I could just turn back God's hands in times, I know we all be wishing we could press rewind. If I could take one more pick and grab you and hug you and give you your roses now and tell you I love you, let the world know how special you are and what you meant to me, spiritually, emotionally, historically, and mentally. My world got interrupted and it's disrupted my balance. The flashbacks are here, but to live is still a challenge. Cause you said you would be here and you not, and it hurts. And for your legacy I done tried and I'ma die, put that work in.
Still gotta live.
It's okay to not be okay. Just can't stay stuck there. Gotta go.
Remembering the legacy.
Penelope. Let's get it.
I was not ready. I was not ready. This is your legacy. Yeah, you can live on. I was not ready. I was not ready. This is your legacy. This is our legacy. This is our legacy.
Holla if you hear this.
Memories are on repeat daily. Remembering the legacy in my head. Memories
I still get emotional every time I hear it because, you know, so many of those people meant so much to my life, you know. It's like, ooh. And then, you know, Penelope, my wife, and her family, and then the superstars. Yeah, she is.
Good job, man.
Yes.
Respect.
We make a great team. We make a great team. Got some great songs coming out.
Musically, I was blown away by her vocals because, and I'm not trying to diss female artists right now, but you don't get that sound no more.
No, I got it. And, you know, she has a twang in her voice. She's from Baton Rouge. So
From where?
It's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Oh,
yeah. Her voice got this tone that's so beautiful.
but she sings through her soul.
Yes, yes, she does.
Don't see anymore.
Yes, absolutely.
So like, and you now I understand like even the chemistry between you guys because the visual, first of all, visually it's beautiful. It gives you very much a throwback type of video. Like back in the studio, back, you know, planning it all, you know, the days where music videos were actually just regular music videos. So it's a very nostalgia factor. And yeah, a lot of those people you put, it definitely hits close to home.
Right. We just had it played. I apologize. We just had it played the other day for some young people, and you know, so several people, even some of the instructors, was in the crowd crying, and it was like, whoa, like, you know, like it's deep because you start thinking about the people that meant something to you, that mean something to you, and you know, how is it that you're going to honor them moving forward, right? That's the question. You know, honor their legacy. What are you going to do about it? So we wanted to challenge people. I'm thank you. I'm glad you got it. How we tried to put the video together, you know, a visual masterpiece to really make people think, right? You know, like the celebrities are not the only legacies. Your family is your legacies. Your friends who impact your life leave a legacy on you.
I remember when so many of those people that you mentioned in the video passed away. I think I cursed like 3 people out when X died because they kept saying he died already, and I didn't want to accept that, even though you know they were keeping it under wraps. It just, we forget that these people are not just celebrities, right? The media literally attacks their image left, right, and sideways. Look recently with Jamie Foxx. They said he had a stroke for the COVID, this and that, and there's still not accurate information out as to why he has his medical illness because the vultures are preying on him.
Right.
Out of all the deaths you featured in the video, and by the way, when you mentioned those, it reminded me of the Joyner Lucas video. You remember the one where he's in the pew and had all the legends like Tupac?
Right. Yes.
I made that comparison first, and so I really I love it. Thank you, by the way.
Thank you.
But which one hit you the most?
I mean, it's several because last year, 2021, I lost 19 people that were very close to me, like all in one year. It was horrible. It was horrible, and 3 of them are in the video. My brother, and a mentor of mine in the music business, and you know, another one that grew up with me all my life and helped me throughout the music and throughout my journey with the nonprofit. All 3 of them died within 3 weeks. So it just 2021 was a horrible year.
Oh, it was. No. So I was always told death goes in 3s. So 2021 came, I was still working like virtually with the kids. And I find that on Facebook. No. Backtrack it, because I was still working at the radio station at the time. at DTF Radio. Shout out to them. My boy Coney called me up, and we're wrapping up a filming of this show. Tells me that our boy Fame passed away. Fame was savagely attacked literally a few weeks prior to COVID-19 happening.
Wow.
And he died a year later from injury that and complications from those injuries. A week later, I'm working. I went to the funeral, and I see on Facebook my brother's in a coma. So I spent that entire week after just burying my best friend, my brother. Now they declare him brain dead. He's gone. I go through another month of grief. My stepbrother died in that November.
Crazy. My condolences to you, because that it takes a lot. It takes a lot, you know. It takes a lot. I mean, my mother literally, she called me and was telling me that something wasn't feeling right. And then I got the news that Kyle had passed, right? His name Kyle Abercrombie, God rest his soul. So I tried to call her back and say Kyle died, but she thought that I said Kasim, right? I don't know why she thought I said Kasim, but she thought I said Kasim. Why Kasim died the next day? It was crazy. I was like, no, this can't be happening. Like Kyle, Kasim, and then my brother. It was just crazy. And then the muralist died that do all of the work here. Like, it was just horrible. Like, it was back to back. So you don't get a chance to catch your breath.
You No, of course not. They'll tell you to go F yourself. What do you mean? No, you can never have some moments of peace.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. So I wanted to create a song so that we can pay homage to them. And I don't know if you but March 9th of this year is my birthday. March 9th is my birthday, but in Newark, Prudential Center, huh?
Don't you have the same birthday as Biggie?
Well, he passed away on my birthday.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was crazy birthday too. But I honored, several legends in the city of Newark. It was the legacy at Prudential Center downtown Newark, and it was so big because I honored 100 people that embody that work, that was doing the work in the community because of the legends who had done it before us, right? So I wanted to inspire young people. I wanted to inspire the unsung heroes, right, to continue doing what you do, because you're now leaving a legacy that you're saying that these people are, right? So now you're doing it and unknowingly and unselfishly doing the work. So I honored them. I honored 100 people from the city of Newark. So Newark stood up on my birthday while honoring other people.
That's amazing. That has to be an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was so, Newark stood up at Prudential Center. It was big. People felt the gratitude of doing the work and never really getting a thank you. We said thank you to them to that day. And for the legends who had passed away, that, just people didn't realize the extent of how they touched people, we celebrated them as well and their families.
How has music healed you?
Oh, it's been my therapy throughout my life. I started music when I was 9 years old, started writing and performing, and it's always been a safe place for me to be able to write what was going on, because I was the middle child. My older brother and my younger brother got in trouble a lot, and I was the good one, right? I was the straight A student. I was neighborhood celebrity. I was the what do you call it? In high school, not the prom king, not the prom king. I can't think of what it is. Homecoming. I was homecoming king.
Okay.
I was it, right? So, but all the trauma that I've been going through, my uncle, my grandfather was murdered and stabbed 46 times in the house that we lived in, right? So, like, people always thought that I was good because I went to school and did what I was supposed to do, but I hung around with all the bad dudes. So you didn't know if I was one of the bad dudes because of the fact that I was accepted by everybody.
Yeah.
But I found my saving grace in writing and spitting poetry and just being able to, get some of those thoughts off. But people just thought that I was okay, and I wasn't. I wasn't okay, and I got that off. My music became my therapy. The music saved my life. I can honestly say that.
Who do you wish you could have collaborated with?
Tupac. Die hard Tupac fan. Tupac was like the ultimate misunderstood to me because, I always felt like he was saying some stuff that I wanted to say, so like, yeah, Tupac. Now I'm a lyric guy, so like Jay-Z and Jadakiss, like those, like these lyrical Nas and like people that just make you think, and Tupac and them, they made me like tear up lyrics, go back to the drawing board because I didn't think it was good enough.
What about Kanye?
Oh yeah, Kanye he's an artist. He's one of those artists, producer, and just his the way he thinks is different, But again, dealing with the mental health thing, I think that some choices could have been different, but we all have our own path.
I mean, he'd probably still be selling Yeezys.
Yeah. Well, again, so if you don't mind me saying this, like we're creating that Hubb Life Entertainment.
Yeah.
And we have like social workers being hired to work with the artists before we put out records, right? So we want to peel back the layers and get them right so that now, they could be sustainable. Think about it. Like if somebody would have helped DMX, you said it earlier. Like if somebody would have sat down earlier in his career, instead of just thinking about making $1 off him because he was dope, helping him through his mental health, peeling back some of the layers, right? And he talked about like, some of the issues that was going on with him. But imagine if he'd got some of that help. Imagine if somebody would have invested in putting help into him. Would he still be here? Who knows? But we would have got way more music out of him.
I remember yesterday I was watching The Idol, right? And everything we're talking about reminds. Are you familiar with the show?
No. Idol.
The Idol had not American Idol, because when I say it, people think American Idol. No. So okay. Lily Rose Depp, Johnny Depp's daughter, and Abel Tesfaye, aka The Weeknd, did a show called The Idol. It's a 5-episode show. I doubt they're getting, honestly, renewed. I wish they would, because it's actually like it was confusing, but it's eye-opening to what really goes on in the industry, right? Mm-hmm. Lily Rose Depp plays the Madonna type of idol, falls in love with a narcissist played by The Weeknd, who is very controlling, but in the end, it showed like, and by the time this comes out, it's been like 2 weeks since the show finale, so I'm not going to get killed for this. But the way that they show how grimy the industry is, because they don't care.
Right.
It's all about money. And
we got to change that.
Playing everyone. But how do we change it? If the record labels are not going to put the money towards the mental health, okay? And that's how people go to stupid people. Like, even look at R. Kelly, and I'm not trying to say, he wouldn't have stopped peeing on those girls, but look at no, it's true, he wouldn't have stopped. But he was illiterate.
Right.
He signed a contract. He couldn't read.
Powerful. Just imagine if they had the help. If somebody was there step by step, there's eight dimensions of wellness, right? And if you take these artists and you help them through that process, understand what it means to invest, financial literacy, health and wellness, grooming and self-efficacy, all of these things before we put out the records. Now, and they may be hot artists, but if you start giving and setting a foundation for them, they start to see how worthy they are for the help that's needed so that they can be the best versions of themselves. But if you just shell money down my face, then what I'm used to is things like, how do I get out of the hood? Right? That's money's going to get me out of the hood, but it don't take the hood out of you.
If we had better given people tools, the world would be a little bit better off. Our idols, for the people we consider idols, wouldn't have gone through what they went through or go to jail.
Right. No, that's a true statement right there. And I'm so glad it's a movie out there. I want to go see that. I'm going to look it up now too.
Max.
Okay.
There's a lot of weird stuff though. But when you peel out the weird stuff and the drugs, the concept is there. You just gotta pay attention.
No, I truly understand. Again, being in the music business all these years, I've seen a lot. My mentor was Barry Roberts. Unfortunately, just passed away last month, which broke me. But he was responsible for the Silks, Anita Baker's, Pete Rock, CL Smooths, the Busta Rhymes, all of them. So behind the scenes, I got to see a lot, right? And it was just whoa, so even though I didn't identify with trauma at that point, I was seeing things that I just knew wasn't right.
Yeah.
That's not right. But I didn't associate it with, trauma, but I'm so glad that I had the mentors in my life. I'm so glad that I had the understanding in life to be able to get me to this point. Like I said earlier, I'm not healed. I'm still healing. Right. I'm still healing, but I'm able to help other people in what it is that I know now. Right. I can see that something's going on right there. Let me help out. And I'm hiring people, and the people that I'm hiring, you got to get trained, because I don't want you, for one, I don't want us ever re-victimizing anyone.
Yeah.
Right. And that it happens, right? Unintentionally, just because you don't know. Right. So God bless you. The goal is to put yourself in a position so that you can be a healer. You can actually help somebody else heal.
You had a song that played in Bruce Willis's last movie?
Oh yes, we literally got two songs. That's on the soundtrack, and it should be coming out next month. Right, the soundtrack that we're on is going to be dropping next month. I'm so excited with that. That's going to be.
Did you get to meet him at all?
No, I didn't. I didn't get to meet him. I wish I would, but not yet. Anyway.
I mean, he despite what he's going through, what an amazing actor. So when I read that,
he's a legend. He's a legend.
I'm just like, oh, you fancy. I saw that. I'm like, you're fucking fancy. I'm sorry for my language. Wow.
That's how I felt too. Not one song. We got two songs. Penelope got a song on there, and I got a song on it. So it's crazy.
Grown man.
Grown man-ish. Yes.
What was it like putting this song together?
It was challenging because you gotta Grown Man-ish was really talking to my guys, right, and really making them understand that we gotta step up to the punch, right, and we can't continue to make excuses because our young people and our women are looking up to us.
Yeah.
Right. And I hold circles too. So I'm part of, a container where we, do men's healing, and we hold circle. And one of the main things that we talk about is you doing your work. right? Your work is going through the process of you being a better you and understanding the mistakes that we've made and all that other good stuff and all the hurt that's happening within you. So the healing is in the womb. Sometimes you got to go to where it hurt at in order to get the healing. And, you know, Grown Man Ish was about us talking about the things that hurt us, that you know, made us victims, but we survived it. And how do we overcome it? So exciting with that song too. Like those are the type of songs that I want to continue to do, to use as teaching tools when I have these sessions with the young people, to talk about like, okay, we're gonna do this in a funny way, a fancy way, doing music, but I'm gonna be able to teach you something in the process. Because I don't claim to want to be a recording artist anymore. That's not what I am, right? Like I'm a community advocate, right? I'm a youth advocate that knows how to do music, right? And I utilize that as a way to be able to teach them how to be better. Like I don't want to compete with these young cats today. I got a love-hate relationship with the music business right now.
Oh my God. I feel like the music industry is changing more and more each day. Like
every day.
Flash.
Every day. Like there was a time, I come from a time with the Rakims and, you know, KRS-Ones and, you know, and you couldn't just get on the stage and say anything. You know, there was ramifications for getting up there and not saying, not having no sustenance, you know? So yeah, that's where I come from. So, but I never want to downplay the creativity. You know, I just don't believe in the young people when they're setting us up to kill each other. You know, that's not what hip hop was about. That's not why it was created, you know. So, you know, I even, you know, fight with people when they compare today's music to hip hop. No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Today's music is not hip hop. I mean, to the standards of Billboard, it's considered hip hop. But about 25 something years ago, hip hop wasn't considered Billboard. So,
right.
I can't really and I'm not saying I am an OG fan. Like I've said it multiple occasions. Like I had a very sheltered childhood. I couldn't watch wrestling, which I love the most now. I listen to hip hop. I love it. I learn as I listen, right?
Right.
But a spade is a spade. A lot of people are just recognizing what hip hop is because one, it's the 50th anniversary. Two, people are just honestly being more vocal about it now. Because I won't lie, I find it weird that it's on Good Morning America when these people are trying to talk about these rappers and they sound like a damn Karen.
Right. No, it's absolutely.
Weird. Like I saw Rotimi on like Kelly and whatever the co-host was before her husband came on. I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah, and that's why I play my role, you know. Like I understand, you know, I'm not trying to compete with them. I make good music that feel good to those people that want good music, right? That want to hear something that's going to feed your gut. And you know, that's what I want. I love it. Thank you for having platforms like this, you know, that, you know, artists can come on and be able to, you know, have these conversations with you to be able to go to a wider audience. Thank you for that.
No, and I thank you for opening up my eyes to this, right? Because I see a lot about what goes on around me, you know, but I have artists I work with that are in Newark, and I didn't know the facts that you had over there. I didn't know how bad off certain areas are. Like, you open up the visor a little more, you'll see that it's not just black and white.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
And then what's great about this show and what I've been able to learn, and maybe like I selfishly said, like use this to help me work through my issue, to learn about other people's journeys.
And it will teach you. It will teach you. Just being vulnerable enough to listen to what somebody else has been through and being honest with yourself, about what you've been through. Like, I have a program called My Thoughts Out Loud, and it's my longest lasting program for the 17 years I've been doing this. It was the very first program started, but I created it just so that young people can have a safe space to talk about their issues, no matter what it is. They're able to talk about it, no judgment and everything. But the beautiful part about My Thoughts Out Loud is that you can listen to somebody else's issues or problems and how they survive and get techniques of your own, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. 17 years been doing that.
So I need you to introduce to me Grown Man-ish.
Listen, Grown Man-ish is just what it is. It's some grown men that came together and talking about how it is that we can be better men for our youth and our ladies. We got to stand up, y'all. Pull your pants up and stand up. Grown Man-ish.
Let's do it.
The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Yo, scripture says that when we was little boys, we thought like little boys. We grown men now. Absolutely. It's time to act like it.
I seen trials and tribulations, dim skies, rain clouds, precipitation. Court 4 cases, that's more than life I'm facing. I lost balance, plus all this talent's just wasted. Heart filled with hatred because I never made it. I feel like a disgrace. I ain't bring nothing but pain to my mother since birth, and it hurts, but at the same time I love her. Well, what's it worth when I'm the cause of this pollution that she suffer? When it's time for evolution, that's enough of all the filth in institutions, let's recover. Produce me of some use and bring some structure to our lives. Be humble and be wise. Be husbands to our wives and fathers to our kids. Enough with doing biz. Bring recidivism and this criticism about men to an end, especially origins of African descent. Man, it's time to stand up. Pull our damn pants up and man up.
You made a choice to make a change, young fella. Decisions every day can change you forever. I'm glad you're growing and owning up the manhood. It's okay to not be okay, it's all. I'm on some grown man shit, owning up this shit. Things ain't been the same cause I changed just a little bit. A lot I figure, the plot thickens. I'm smart enough to know not to blow when I'm kinda triggered.
Changing direction is destined for what we try and do. A hazy vision is cloudy, I need a clear view. I let them know that they kings, that's all I'm here to do. This time that boy really mean business, I should buy a suit. Speaking from my lack of drive and my lack of hunger, and a bunch of other things that'll take me under. I can make it through the rain, but here come the thunder. I never wanna be the one that they all wondered. Yeah, that young boy was nice, he could've been a star. Keep it real, everybody ain't who they say they are. I give it all up to God and go very far. Forget who people try to make you, just know who you are. In all due respect, say the boy to God. And I never let him work me like a 9 to 5. And I hate to see my mama work that 9 to 5. I realize that I gotta do more to try.
You made a choice to make a change, young fella. Decisions every day can change you forever. I'm glad you're growing and owning up the manhood. It's okay to not be okay, it's all. I'm on some grown man shit, owning up this shit. Things ain't been the same cause I changed just a little bit. A lot I figure, the plot thickens. I'm smart enough to know not to blow when I'm kinda They say that healing's in the womb, so I'm intentionally diving in. I'm peeking to my vulnerable side, I'm letting you guys in. So us men can win without the stereotypes that feed us. I'm tired of all that boy noise, I'm praying that y'all see us. Clips and chains beat my mom when I was a minor, that was hard. And every time she took them back, that ish left me scarred. Me as a child wanted to That ain't the group. I never knew me and my brothers became victims too. I seen him black in the eye and try to run her over. He'd apologize with cries when he was finally sober. I searched the hood and all the gutters for this mother. Luckily he died cause my pride was screaming homicide. That trauma followed me for years. I couldn't erase it. I'm opening up about my fears. I finally faced it. I survived. I'm surprised. I ain't dead. I ain't crazy. Music saved my life and I thank God that it changed me.
Word. It's not a game, OG. Without you won't be the same, OG. Thinking about all the things I went through. Life won't be the same without you. Word.
Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you know my name is the Lord.
I'm on some grown man shit, owning up this shit. Things ain't been the same cause I changed just a little bit. A lot I figure, the plot thickens. I'm smart enough to know not to blow when I'm kinda triggered. Not to blow when I'm kinda triggered. Like I'm on some grown man shit, owning up this shit. Things ain't been the same cause I changed just a little bit. A lot I figure, the plot thickens. I'm smart enough to know not to blow when I'm kinda triggered. Not to blow when I'm kinda triggered.
That was
Grown man.
That was some grown man shit right there.
It's grown man right there. You know, conflict resolution, domestic violence, all of those things we try to throw in there to kind of realize like we play a role in this. Our men play a role in this and we gotta step up.
What
We gotta step up.
was putting this together like? It looked like it was fun.
It was fun. It was actually fun because you know, just I work with a lot of credible messengers, man. So like, you know, these guys like used to do that, right? Like used to be on it real hard and have changed their lives around, you know. So just watching them in their element and acting it out now and not following through and then understanding that they agree that okay, he shot somebody, but we can't kill him.
Yeah.
You know, he deserved another chance to. Like that's behavior changing right there. You know what I'm saying? That's elevation right there. That's some grown man shit. You know, pun intended, right?
Literally.
Felt good though.
It did feel good. It was a nice little. It was definitely an upper.
Appreciate it.
The boys having fun.
Yes.
Any final thoughts? You know, we go through this journey of talking about it and we reflect upon ourselves. So I guess my final question for you would be, how do you feel like you have progressed as a person? Not the artist, not the community advocate, you know, from dealing with the trauma with your mom, you know, and your family to being the man you are today.
Well, I think it's all a journey, you know, like one thing I realized that I learned is that, you know, the universe pays you for what you put into it, you know? So, you know, I've made my mistakes. I've made a lot of them, you know, but every day that I wake up is a chance to do things right. Is a chance to help somebody not make the same mistakes that I made or worse. And, you know, it's my job, it's my responsibility to step up and help us become better Again, pun intended.
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity.
No problem. So for everyone around the world, I mean, we're manifesting it, right? So to the millions around the world and to everyone in every stadium arena, where can they find you and where can they find the Hubb Trauma Center? When does it open?
The Hubb, that Hubb Life, all social media platforms, that Hubb with 2 B's, HUBB Life on all social media platforms. We are located at 135 Prince Street in Newark, New Jersey. It's been known to be a negative place for all these years, but now since the Hubb has been there, it's a light. You know, they say you could put a light in the already lit room and don't do too much. But if you take that same light and put it in the dark room, it mean the world. And we become a light on Prince Street in Newark, and hopefully other people get to see that we didn't just talk the talk, but we walk the walk, and you can do the same.
Amen.
Amen.
What's up, it's your homegirl Ivy. You can catch us everywhere at www.rawrzonenyc.com, as you can see below. Catch us at our home of Elgin Sound Radio, Tuesdays 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and of course on Pulsar 82.3 FM. You will catch us after on Apple, iHeart, Amazon Music, Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor, Twitch, and wherever you may stream your podcast. Guys, once again, remember, click the link in our bio to donate to our Give Back for Sean. Sarcoma is very much alive. It's still very much a silent killer. We're advocating the entire month of July until we get to our main concert, with more details coming up soon. So again, hit the link in our bio, donate to our GoFundMe. As for myself, you can find us at, me, at IamIvy.xo_, TikTok, all of that good stuff, Instagram. And for myself and the Hubb Life over here, we bid y'all a good night and a good day.